What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Full 90. It is time for the Champions League round of 16 second leg predictions. And I have to say, this Champions League into European football game week has thrown up a bunch of curveballs. A lot of teams playing in Europe really struggled in their domestic fixtures. But I will say, despite that, with some fixtures still to be played, we've got 3 perfect scores again in Serie A. I mean, insane. We had Parma and Torino to draw 2-2, Bologna and Napoli to win 2-1. We also had Celta Vigo to win 2-1 and tipped Celta Vigo and both teams to score at 3.75. Obviously, that is in La Liga. But today, it is all about the Champions League. So please do leave your predictions down in the comments below. I think the games are going to be much, much closer this time round. I've actually gone for, spoiler alert, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 draws out of 8 games. Thank you so much for all your support on the channel. Please do subscribe down below to join us on the road to 33,000 subscribers. And whilst you're down there leaving your predictions, flashing up on the screen are all of the people that are supporting me over on the Patreon. You get shout outs in every single video, just like this one, exclusive members tips and accumulators, and you can of course message me directly if that is something that you're interested in. If you want my opinion on something, by all means just shoot me a message. And we're kicking it off with Barcelona up against Benfica. Now Barcelona, their league fixture against Osasuna was actually postponed, and Benfica went and won 3-0. We tipped Benfica win to 0 over on the Patreon at 1.9, so all was good there. But Benfica, they had a massive opportunity in the first home leg to take something from the game, something to the new camp, with Barcelona going down to 10 men in the first half, but it couldn't be done. And Barcelona, despite being a man down, went on to win the game 1-0. So this does look, you have to say, all but done for Barcelona, and I think obviously Benfica have to go for that goal. I think they'll get it, but in doing so, they'll open up a little bit. Barcelona can hit them where it hurts and get, in my opinion, a high-scoring win. I'm going to go for Barcelona to win 3-1, and the tip will be Barcelona and both teams to score at 2.37, which sees them qualify 4-1 on aggregate. Now, after this, it is Bayer Leverkusen up against Bayern Munich. Both teams suffering defeat in the Bundesliga. Bayer Leverkusen, if you forget the Champions League, had a brilliant chance to close the gap on Bayern Munich after they lost to Bochum 3-2 after losing a man going down to 10 men. But Bayer Leverkusen lost 2-0 to Werder Bremen. So 2 losses, a lot of the German teams struggling domestically. Dortmund losing as well. Stuttgart dropping points. A lot of the Champions League German teams, even though Stuttgart are out, dropping points in the Bundesliga. But Bayer Leverkusen were 2-0 down to Bayern Munich before going down to 10 men and then going 3-0 down in the first leg. So this is all but done. I could see Bayer Leverkusen winning this one, but it won't be enough. I'm actually going to go for a 2-2 draw. And the tip is going to be both teams to score and over 2.5 goals at 1.95. Bayer Leverkusen absolutely have to score. Bayern Munich will score. And I think this is a great bet. If you don't like BTTS and over 2.5 goals, by all means, go for the Bayer Leverkusen win. But me personally, I think Bayer Leverkusen's necessity to score and Bayern Munich's firepower, whether that's on the counter-attack or they take the game to Leverkusen, lends itself to a higher scoring game. After this, it is Inter Milan up against Feyenoord. We tipped Inter Milan to win in the first leg to 0, and they ended up winning 2-0. I think it's going to be very much the same here. Inter Milan surviving a bit of a scare against Monza in the Serie A, in the end winning 3-2. But I think they're going to win this one at a canter, really, at home. Inter Milan to win 2-0 again. And the tip is Inter Milan and under 4.5 goals at 1.61. We did tip Inter Milan to win 2-0 over on the Patreon in the first leg. And I think it's going to happen again. So Inter Milan 2, Feyenoord 0. After this, it is Liverpool up against PSG. Liverpool, again, surviving a scare in the Premier League, going down 1-0 against Southampton, winning 3-1. And Arsenal, obviously, in regards to the title race, dropping points against Manchester United. It's obviously all but done over there. However, in the last episode, I predicted PSG to win 2-1, and my tip was PSG double chance and both teams to score at nearly evens. And how that didn't come in, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. PSG should have got something from that first leg. And I do still think Liverpool are not home and dry in this one. PSG are an unbelievable team. And honestly, Liverpool got lucky. You know, it wasn't just Liverpool with that, you know, clinical 1-0 win. They were very, very lucky to win. And I don't think they win here. I think PSG can very much take positives from that first game And it's not sustainable, the performance that Liverpool put up against PSG in that first leg. If they do that again, they could very well be on their way here. But at Anfield, I think Liverpool will just have enough. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. And the tip is going to be draw at 4. You've got Liverpool, the better team, at home. But you've got PSG with the confidence from the first leg. They're the form team. I just think they can get something from this game. This is super intriguing, and I could even see PSG getting a historic away win. I really could, but I'm going to go for draw at 4. Now, after this, it is Lille up against Borussia Dortmund. 1-1 in the first leg. We had, what was it? Yeah, we had both teams to score at 1.75. I'm going to go for it again. Lille and Dortmund to draw 1-1. The tip is both teams to score at 1.7, and that means we go to penalties. And I think, just based on Borussia Dortmund's just overall confidence, I think, losing at the weekend again in the Bundesliga, it's not looking good. Just because it's a coin toss, really, when you get to a penalty shootout, I'll go for Lille to progress on penalties. After this, it's Arsenal up against PSV. I don't know what to say for this one. Arsenal are 6 goals ahead. Who will they play? Who will PSV play? Honestly, who knows? I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw, and the tip is going to be both teams to score at 2. I think PSV will score. I think Arsenal will score. That's all I can really give you. I don't see how you can predict a game with such a differential. There's never been a differential that's been this big overcoming the Champions League. So Arsenal going through. Maybe if you feel like it, you could back PSV to win, but I have no idea, honestly, how this one's going to go. After this, it is Aston Villa up against Club Brugge. And luckily for Villa, they got a couple of extra late goals, giving themselves that little bit of a cushion. Club Brugge are a good team. We saw them knock out Atalanta. Atalanta just came off of a 4-0 win away against Juventus. That is an insane result. Club Brugge are no mugs. They won at the weekend against Cercle Brugge, again, who are a good team. Brugge are decent. And I don't think it's going to be plain sailing for Aston Villa. I just think their first leg performance was good enough to see them qualify. So I'm going to go for another draw, 2-2. And again, the tip for the third time in a row is going to be both teams to score at 1.66. After this, the final one. To play against Arsenal in the quarterfinals, the winner of this one, Atletico Madrid up against Real Madrid. Real Madrid with a 2-1 win in the first leg, which was our correct score prediction. Atletico Madrid, we predicted they'd win 1-0 against Getafe at the weekend. They were 1-0 up going into the final minutes, get a red card and lose 2-1. Real Madrid beating Vallecano, I believe it was. Again, we tipped that Real Madrid halftime, full-time at 1.83. The usual Mbappe, Vinicius Jr. on the score sheet. Real Madrid, slight outsiders in this game. I can see why. I just think the pedigree, it will rise to the top in this game. And I'm actually going to go for another outright Real Madrid win. I did say before the tie kicked off that out of all the teams in the Premier League, Atletico Madrid would be the best team to give Real Madrid a game in terms of possibly knocking them out. But I just think a goal lead, this could be a draw and we could go to penalties if Atletico Madrid win by that 1 goal. But Real Madrid just need a draw, and I think they're actually going to get a win. 2-1 to Real Madrid, and I've been brave. I've tipped Real Madrid to win at 2.62. So if those predictions were to all come true, there weren't really too many surprises. You've got Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Inter Milan, Liverpool, Arsenal, Aston Villa, and Real Madrid qualifying, but also the 8th team to make up the quarterfinals being Lille. What do you think in the comments? I think if there was to be an upset as to who would qualify, I think Inter Milan, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Arsenal written on the wall, right? There's some doubts in my mind regarding Real Madrid. I think Atletico Madrid could do something. There's doubts in my mind regarding Liverpool. I think PSG could do something. And I think, once in a blue moon, maybe Club Brugge can make it past Aston Villa. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Drop a like while you're down there, and I will see you in the next video very soon.